Now, good morning, all of you. So we will continue the previous topic, that is branch control instructions. Okay. So we completed two instructions. One is long jump, 16-bit address. Okay. So the program counter loaded with the 16-bit address. Once the microcontroller transfer the execution flow to the corresponding address location. Okay. It's very simple. Short jump, microcontroller calculate the address with the help of program counter is incremented by 2 first, and then program counter data added with offset address. Okay. So how to calculate this offset address? I explained in the previous class. But the range of jump allowed between forward location 127, backward location 128 only possible at any point. Okay. So it's a 2-byte instruction. The address is specified only 8-bit address because within this 2-byte only, so this lower order 8 bits are same. Lower order 8 bits are same. So we need to give only the higher order 8 bits in the instructions. So the total 16-bit address calculated with the help of the program counter incremented by 2, and what is the value in program counter plus offset address. Okay. So next one is absolute jump. So absolute jump, here also 8-bit address only. Here maximum within 2 kilobyte only the controller can able to jump. Okay. So A jump 8-bit address. So program counter is incremented by 2. And then how the microcontroller calculate the new address location whenever we are executing this absolute jump, we will discuss. Okay. So it is possible we can able to interface up to 64 kilobyte of memory with the microcontroller. In hexadecimal 00002 F of H. Okay. So this is segmented into 2 KB, 2 KB, and so on. First 2 kilobyte, and then next 2 kilobyte, and next. So A jump address specifically within the same page, maximum 2 kilobyte range only allowed. Okay. So overall possible range is 00002 F of F. This is entire memory location. It is segmented into 2 KB, 2 KB, and so on. So within this 2 kilobyte, there are 8 pages are available. Page 0, page 1, page 2, page 3, up to page 7. Okay. 2 kilobyte meaning 2048 bytes. Correct? 2 KB. 1 KB equal to 1024. 2 KB equal to 2048 bytes or 2048 address location. Okay. This is segmented into 2048 divided by 256. 8 pages. So this 2 KB itself segmented into 8 pages, page 0 to page 7. Then this 2 KB again segmented into 8 pages, page 0 to page 7, and so on. Okay, right. Next, so this is the opcode for microcontroller instruction, for all the microcontroller instruction. So if you look at A jump, don't get confused. You assume that 8-bit address only. Okay, A jump hex code is 01. Now again go down. See, A jump hex code is 21. Okay. Next, A jump hex code is 41. Like that. So like that, for A jump instruction, total 8 opcodes are available. Usually one opcode, one instruction meaning it should have only one opcode. But A jump instruction, A call instruction has 8 different opcodes. So how the microcontroller calculate this opcode internally whenever if you are executing this A jump instruction? So a jump instruction, it is allowed within these 2 KB only. The program control transfer from one location to another location within this 2 KB, either within this 2 KB or within these 2 KB or within these 2 KB only. Okay. So this is segmented into page 0, page 1, page 2, up to page 7. So I will tell you for the first 2 KB, for the first 2 KB, that is 000000 to 07FF. This is first 2 KB. Within this 2 KB, 8 segments are available, 8 pages are available. Say for example, 000000FF. This is 1256, page 0, page 0. So I'm explaining for the first part. Similar arrangement available in all these, each 2 KB section. Next, 01000 to 01FF. This is page 1, and so on, up to 0700 07FF. This is page 7. Understand? A jump allowed within 2 KB location only, and also each 2 KB having total 8 pages. Each page 256 locations. Okay. So we have 8 different opcode for A jump. A jump page 0 opcode is 01. A jump page 1 opcode is 21. A jump page 2 opcode is 41, and so on. Okay. Fixed 8 opcodes. That 8 opcodes available, the pages available within this location also. The 8 pages available within here also, the 8 pages available here, 8 pages available here, and so on. Okay. Now let me discuss how the microcontroller understand the next address location, which is to be loaded in the program counter. So within these 2 KB, say for example, 0000. So as per the instruction, program about to jump to the particular address location 07FF. Okay, let us assume within these 2 KB. So what is the binary equivalent for this? 0000 0000 Next for this 0000 70111 So if you closely look at these two, the most 5 significant bits are same. Sorry. Within this 2 KB location, the most 5 significant bits are same. Okay, so that will be directed available here. In A jump instructions, it is allowed to jump within 2 KB. Each 2 KB segmented into 8 pages. Okay. So page 0, page 1 up to page 7. Each page has a fixed opcode. Right. So if we specify A jump 8-bit address, A jump 8-bit address. Suppose I want to jump from 0000 location to 07FF. We can mention only A jump FF only. We can mention only A jump FF only. Okay. How the microcontroller calculate the 16-bit address? The 5 most significant bit from the program counter. After PC incremented by 2, so whatever in the program counter data available, most significant 5 bit as it is. Next, these 3 bits from page. Okay, these 3 bits from page. Say for example, this FF available in which page? This FF available in which page? your jumped location, the 07FF, your jumped location, your 00FF available in which page? So this is page number 7. So page 7 meaning what is the upcode? E1. Page 7 meaning upcode is E1. E1 meaning 1110E0001. Okay. So the most significant 3 bits from the upcode. The most significant bit 11. Okay. So 00000. Most 5 bits from program counter. The higher order 3 bits of opcode. In this example, I am assuming that I want to jump from 00000 to 07FF. Both are available within this 2 KB. So this destination address available in page 7. So page 7 opcode, most significant 3 bit of the opcode only. Okay. So remaining this 8 bit specified in the instruction set itself. 1111 1111. Now combine this 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 5 16. So you will get 16. Okay. So in the previous instruction, short jump, program counter incremented by 2, then PC value plus offset address. So that is your destination location. The program counter loaded with that particular memory address to which the execution control will transfer. For a jump address, it is allowed within 2 KB. Please remember each 2 KB has 8 pages, page 0 to page 7. So page 0 available in this 2 KB, page 0 available next 2 KB having the same opcode only. So depending on the destination location, the microcontroller take 3 bits of opcode. Remaining 8 bits we have to specify in the instruction set itself. Okay. So in this way, controller will calculate the next address location, which to be loaded in the program counter. So this is also 2-byte instruction. So in many of the textbook, it is mentioned as 11-bit address here. Okay, here they will mention 11-bit address, but usually we mention 8-bit address only. Remaining 3 bits are higher order 3 bits of opcode of the particular page. Okay, so this is called as a jump instruction. Long jump 16-bit address, short jump 8-bit address, absolute jump 8-bit address. Okay. Are you clear with this? Please remember, you no need to calculate this opcode or to write the opcode for the practical examination. If you write the instruction set, the controller will calculate this destination address. But we should understand how the controller will calculate this 16-bit address. This is the procedure. Within this 2 KB, the most significant 5 bits are same in each and every location. For this section, this section, you can check. The last 5 bits are same. So no need to mention in the field, in the operand section. Next 3 bits opcode of the destination page location. And least 8-bit only we have to mention in the instructions. So are you clear with this concept? Any doubt at this particular topic? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So jump instruction, unconditional jump. Okay. long jump, short jump, absolute jump. Please remember all conditional jumps will come under short jump only. Compare jump on not equal. Decrement jump on no zero. Jump on carry bit is 1. Jump on carry bit is 0. Jump on accumulator 0. Jump on accumulator is not 0. Jump to a particular location if a corresponding bit is set. If the corresponding bit is reset. Jump to the particular location and take the complement of the particular bit. So all these conditional based jump will come under short jump only. Please remember this. So already I mentioned. Okay. All conditional jumps are short jump only. Right. Now, what are the various instruction available for jump? Jump @ accumulator plus DPTR. So this is indirect addressing mode because @ symbol is available. So jump @ plus DPTR. The microcontroller transfer the program execution flow to a specific memory address. Okay. The address is indicated indirectly. Say for example, accumulator data is 10H, DPTR data is 200H. So controller will calculate your destination location, that is 2000 plus 10, that is 2010. So execution flow will transfer to this particular address location. Next, so this instruction is very important. Decrement jump on 0. I have written one simple program. Starting address of my program is 0000H. Move R7, 10. Register R7 now 10H. Clear P0.2. That is, this pin is 0. Next, CPL. Complement of that particular bit. Now it will become 1. After execution of this instruction, it will become 1. Okay. Decrement jump on no 0 R7. R7 is decremented by 1. 10 minus 1, 9. Decrement jump on no 0. Check whether R7 is 0, no 0. Okay, then go back. Then complement. So again now it becomes 0. Decrement jump on no 0 R7. 9 minus 8, non-zero. Again go back, complement. So 1 0 1 0 1 0. Assume in P0.2 port, I have connected one LED. So if you continuously take the complement of this, transmitting 0, LED off, transmitting 1, LED on. Okay. So decrement jump on no 0. This particular jump instruction is very important for the counting purpose in the microcontroller as a counter. Okay. Usually in microcontroller, we are using a two-step process. First, we are decrementing and then check. Here it is single instruction will do both function. Decrement a particular register and also check whether it is 0 or not. Then it jump to the specified address location. Okay. Clear meaning? Reset 0. CPL complement of the particular bit. In other way, decrement jump on no 0, you can specify the address also instead of register. So in microcontroller, wherever hash symbol present followed by this is data. Okay. If this hash symbol not specified, it indicate address of the internal RAM. So now here decrement jump on no 0 25H. Okay. So what is the meaning of this instruction? Decrement the content which is stored in 25 address location minus 1 and then check whether it is 0 or non-zero. If no 0, program execution flow go to some specific address location. Okay. So decrement jump on no 0 register comma relative address, or you can mention the RAM address location also. By default, controller will decrement the content available in the specific address location. So this is another way to use decrement jump on no zero instruction. Okay. Next, compare jump on not equal. Please remember CJNE represent compare jump on not equal. Here compare accumulator content with direct 8-bit available in the instruction. One example I given. Compare accumulator content with the hexadecimal data 25. If both are not equal, then program execution flow transfer to a particular address location. Okay. Here, compare jump on not equal a comma 25. Now, what is the meaning of this instruction? Compare accumulated data with data available in the 25 address location. That is accumulator content compared with this 35. If it is not equal, then the program execution flow go to some specific location. Okay. Compare jump on not equal. Please remember this. So here, another way. In the previous example, we compared accumulator content with some direct 8-bit or accumulator content with data available in the address. Another possible way to use this compare jump on not equal, you can use register. Okay. See, compare jump on not equal R0, 25. Compare R0 content with 25. If both are not equal, then program execution flow go to this particular location. Okay. Next, compare jump on not equal @R0 has 25. This is indirect address @R0. Okay. So compare content available in the internal RAM memory location. The address of the internal RAM memory location given by R0 content with 25. If it is not equal, then program execution flow go to this location. So do you understand? What do you mean by compare jump on not equal @R0, comma has 25? So we have to compare 25H with some data, the data available in the memory location. So what is the address of the memory location? That is given by R0. Say for example, R0 is 20. In 20 address location, whatever data available, that data compared with this 25. If both are not equal, then execution flow transfer to a particular location. So these are the various way to use compare jump on not equal instruction. Okay. So decrement jump on no zero, compare jump on not equal. Right. This and all easy for you because we already discussed in the microprocessor. Jump on carry. If carry flag bit is 1, then the program execution flow transfer to a specific memory location. Okay. JC represent if carry flag is set after this particular instruction execution. Add A, R0. The controller will check the carry flag bit. If it is 1, then it go to the particular location down. Jump on no carry during addition or any arithmetic operation. If there is no carry, that is if carry flag bit is 0, then go to specific address location. Here it is, if carry flag bit is 1, jump to a specific location. If carry flag bit is 0, jump to the specific location. Similarly, jump on 0, jump on no 0. Jump on 0, jump on no 0. So we don't have any flag bit for 0 in 8051 microcontroller. So accumulator only. The microcontroller check accumulator register. After execution of this instruction, the controller will check accumulator content. If accumulator content is 0, then jump to a specific location. If the accumulator content is not 0, then jump to the specific location. Okay. Please remember, there is no separate flag bit for 0 in microcontroller. By default, the microcontroller will check the accumulator status only. Okay. So jump on carry, jump on no 0 and all easy for you. Next, jump to the specific location. Jump to the specific location if a particular bit is set. Example, the program execution flow jump to this particular location. If P0.2 equal to set. Okay. So already we discussed in internal RAM location, which are the address locations are bit addressable, and also in out of 21 special function registers, which are the special function registers are bit addressable. So we can use any bit. Jump to the specific location if a particular bit position is set. In this example, they are using P0.2. Okay. If P0.2 equal to 1, go to this particular location. Similarly, jump to the specific location, if P0.2 equal to 1. Okay. And then make your P0.2 equal to 0. And then this particular bit is complemented. While executing this particular instruction, program execution flow transferred to a particular location. If P0.2 equal to 1. And then this particular bit will be complemented automatically after execution of this instruction. So that is the difference between jump to a location if the specific bit is set. Jump to the particular location if the specific bit is set. After jumping, automatically it will be complemented. Okay. Right. So these are the instructions available in microcontroller. In general, L jump. Okay. S jump. A jump. So this is 16-bit address. So 3-byte instruction. Here 8-bit address only we have to mention. Here 8-bit address only we have to mention. So we discussed how the controller calculate the destination address location. Here also we discussed how the microcontroller calculate the destination address location. Even though we are specifying 8-bit, so PC incremented by 2 and then plus offset address. Here it is PC incremented by 2 and the most significant 5 bits. Most significant 5 bits of PC plus most significant 3 bits of opcode and plus 8-bit data available in the instructions. Okay. In general. After this conditional jump, all the conditional jump will come under short jump only. Decrement jump on no 0, compare jump on not equal, jump on carry, jump on 0, jump on no carry, jump on no 0, jump on bit, and then take complement. Okay. So these are the jump instruction available in the microcontroller. Summary available here. So this 3-byte instruction L jump. So execution will take some time when compared with S jump, A jump. Here it is 2-byte instruction only. So the microcontroller easily fetch the information and execute. So here it is range is total 256. Forward 127 location, backward 128 location. A jump allowed within the same page only. Okay. I already mentioned it is segmented into 2 KB, 2 KB, and each 2 KB memory has 8 pages, page 0 to page 7. So A jump instruction has 8 different opcodes depending upon your destination address. Whether your destination address falls under page 0 or page 1 up to page 7, 8 unique opcode available for A jump instruction. For L jump, S jump instruction, the opcode is For sjump, the opcode, that is offset address calculated internally. And the opcode also, sjump is only one. For sjump, if you look at this opcode, we have only one opcode. You can check. Is it visible, my screen?
Yes, sir.
So ljump, sjump have fixed opcode, but ajump has 8 different opcodes. Please remember that. Next, call instructions. So only two instructions are available under call: absolute call, long call. Absolute call, long call. Okay. So what is the difference between jump instruction and call instruction? First of all, both instruction transform the program execution flow to some specific location. Okay. So jump instruction actually used within the same program. Okay. So call instruction similar to your function call in your C program. So this is our main program. This is our function. So we are calling that function from the main program. After execution of this function, you are writing the return zero sum statement here. Then the execution flow will start from next immediate instruction onwards. So this is the difference between jump and call. You are calling some other subroutine, which is stored some separated memory locations. Okay. Say for example, these instructions are stored from 8000 to 8500 such. So these functions are stored in some other memory location. Say for example 900 to 95. So this is a separate program. This is a separate program. Okay. From the main program, we are calling this service routine. That is the difference. And also, whenever we are using the call statement, the microcontroller saves the next immediate instruction address location in the stack memory. Then the control flow transfer to the your subprogram or subroutine. After execution of this, it will resume your next immediate instruction, which is to be actually executed from the stack memory. Then it will start the sequential execution. Okay, so this is a basic difference between jump and call instruction. Okay, so are you clear? I explained this. So microcontroller or microprocessor execute your instruction sequence. Instruction 1, instruction 2, instruction 3. Okay, actually controller should execute instruction 4. But in the instruction 3, if there is a call is available, either it is A call and L call. If call instruction available at this position, then let assume instruction 4 stored in the address location 2004. Okay, this 2004 saved in the stack memory. Okay, and then what is the call location? Say for example, call 0023. So the microcontroller transform the execution flow to the interrupt service routine. So it start execute the instruction which is available from 0023 location onwards. Okay. So next immediate instruction address location saved in the stack memory. call 0023, this 0023 will be loaded in the program counter now. And then execution flow start from 0023, execute all the instruction. If it is written or return interrupt, I'll tell you where we have to use return, where we have to use return interrupt. Okay. So the return instruction available at the end of this service routine, then my execution flow start from instruction 4 onwards. By the time the microcontroller resume this 2004 data from stack memory to loaded into program counter. Okay. So call instruction, particularly you are calling some subroutine or sub function or another program which is stored in some other location. Okay. So what will happen when you are executing call instruction? The next immediate instruction address location saved in the program counter. The program counter loaded with the called memory location. Okay. Then after execution of your service routine for normal call, for interrupt call, it will execute interrupt service routine. Whenever we are executing interrupt service routine, we have to mention return interrupt, RETI. Whenever we are executing ordinary service routine, we have to use return instruction at the end. Once the return instruction executed, then microcontroller fetch the data available in the stack memory, again loaded in the program counter. Then instruction 4, 5, 6 and all sequentially executed. So this is the logic behind call instruction. Okay. Right. So A call, L call. What is the meaning of A call? Already we studied A jump. A call represents 0000 to FFFFFH. You can call from any particular location to any particular memory location, some other location within 0000 to FFFF. That is allowed. Okay, that is long. Sorry, A call meaning absolute call. Sorry, L call. Where is L call? Okay, L call 16-bit address. Long call 16-bit address. Okay, so it's a 3-byte instruction. To which location the execution flow to be transferred, that 16-bit address specified directly in the instruction. So program counter is incremented by 3. Okay. Now stack pointer is incremented by 1. PC lower order data saved in stack first. And then stack pointer is incremented by 1. Then PC higher order 8 bits are saved in the stack memory. Then the program counter is loaded with this 16-bit address. So this is L call. So 00000 to FFFF. It is similar to your long jump. You can call any location from a particular point. Wide range of addresses allowed. Remember, it is 3-byte instruction. PC incremented by 3. And then stack pointer incremented by 1. I'll explain this. Suppose 5000. In this location, we are mentioning L call. L call 900. Okay. So what will happen? This 5003 is incremented by 3. 03. Okay. So stack pointer is incremented by 1. In this location, your lower order data will be saved. Again, stack pointer is incremented by 1. Then your higher order data will be saved in the stack memory. Okay. Now the program counter loaded with this 16-bit address. Understand? So this is the meaning of L call 16-bit address. After execution of instruction which is available from 9000 location, instruction 1, 2, and so on, then we have to execute return instruction. Okay. Then the microcontroller transfer the program execution flow to 5003 address location. So this is L call. But A call is different. Absolute call. So here we are mentioning only 8-bit address. A call, say for example FF. This is allowed within this 2 KB only. A call instruction allowed within the 2K byte of block of memory. Just now in the beginning of the class, I explained to you A jump. Same concept for A call. For A call, we have 8 different opcodes. See, A call, again A call, like that. 8 different opcodes are available for A call instruction. It is similar to your A jump. Okay. So A jump allowed within this 2 KB. Similarly, A call allowed within this 2 KB. Each 2 KB section has 8 pages. Each and every pages has some unique opcode. So this is the opcode for A jump. Similarly, for A call also 8 unique opcodes available for each and every page. Okay. So A call FF. Say for example, this is the address location. Okay. Now PC incremented by 2. PC is incremented by 2. Stack pointer incremented by 1, and then this lower order data is saved first. And then stack pointer is incremented by 1. The higher order address information saved in the stack memory. Now the program counter loaded with this FF. Now the program counter loaded with this FF. Okay. So whatever informations are available from this location, the microcontroller calculated 16-bit address. So even though we are specifying 8-bit data in the instruction, the microcontroller will calculate the 16-bit address for the program counter. How the microcontroller calculate the 16-bit address? That concept we discussed in the absolute jump. So come back here. In absolute jump, how the microcontroller calculate your 16-bit address? The most significant bit of program counter, that is same. Then most significant 3-bit of opcode. Then 8-bit address available in the instruction. Same phenomena for A call. Okay. 5 higher order bits of incremented PC. That is 5002. 5002. 5002. So the binary equivalent 0101. 0000. 0000. 0010. So these 5 bits are same. Okay. After incrementing the program counter by 2, A11 to A15, that is most significant 5 bits are same, and followed by 3 higher order bits of your opcode of A call instruction, then FF. So totally you will get 16-bit address. Now the execution flow goes to this particular address location. At the end, return instruction available, then controller will come back to this 005002 location. Okay. So L call, L jump. A call, A jump. So what is the difference here? The next immediate address location has to be saved in the stack memory in the call instructions. Okay. A call instruction has 8 opcode. A jump instruction also has 8 different opcodes. Sorry, clear now? So in the return, after execution of your subroutine, return from interrupt. There are two return instruction available. In microprocessor, so many return instruction available. In microcontroller, only two. Okay. So if you are calling some other subroutine, then we have to use return statement. We have to use a call 2000. Starting at 2000, after execution of all the instruction, then return. Now the microcontroller execution flow start from here. Okay. Suppose any interrupt occurs. So microcontroller has 5 interrupt: INT0 external interrupt, INT1 external interrupt, timer 0 overflow flag internal, timer 1 overflow flag internal serial flag. Okay. So 2 external, 3 internal apart from reset. Okay. So 5 plus 1. The reset also considered as one of the interrupt. So 2 external, 3 internal. So it has a fixed address location like your microprocessor. Whenever this interrupt occurs, the program transfer to this particular address location and so on. Okay. So now suppose one example I'll give you. I'm not going to explain the main program. Let's assume 000B. Timer 0 over flag occurs. If time occurs, then program execution flow goes to this particular location 0000B. Timer 0 overflow occurs, controller will go to this particular address location 0000 by default. So this is interrupt service routine, a sub program for the corresponding interrupt service. Okay, some instruction available. After execution of this particular instruction, we have to mention return interrupt. Please understand, when we have to use return instruction, when we have to use return interrupt. Whenever interrupt service routine, then we have to use RETI. Okay. Some ordinary programs we have written that is not involving these interrupts, then we can mention RET in the subroutine. Subroutine is some other program, subprogram. Interrupt service routine is a subprogram specifically written for interrupts, for servicing the interrupts. But it has a fixed address location. That time we have to use RETI. Okay.